Hey everybody, welcome to the Keto Mom page. My name is Stephanie, and we're going to dive into the conversation that I have people ask or a conversation I have with people in Messenger, and it's around this. Help! Help! I don't know what to eat. I don't know what to drink. I've listened to this person and that person. Somebody told me to do this, and then somebody told me to do this, and I don't know keto and low carb, and I've listened to so many things. I don't know what to do, and why should I listen to you? And so me, right? And so as you're tuning in, I want to give you some very just basic understanding and just help you go like this. Okay? We're not going to be overwhelmed. We don't have to be frustrated with all the how-tos, and I'm not sure if that's right or is this correct. I just want to give you just okay, here's what I can do. Here are a couple steps to help me get healthier, and I want to help you with that. So really quick, as you're tuning in, where you're tuning in from, I feel like there's a shadow of my face. Ignore my crazy hair. I'm gonna fix this so you can actually see me. So as you're tuning in, where are you tuning in from? And we are still in West Palm Beach and heading out tomorrow, going to Nashville area, but not quite Nashville. And if you were in the Nashville area, send me a message and you can come and meet up with us. We're going to be doing something called a Keto Life Party. We're going to be meeting up with some promoters. So if you're randomly in the area, let me know. Send me a message. All right. And we love Florida, but we've been here for a long time and we have to head back up north until we move here someday. All right, here's the conversation. And let me ask you this. How many of you have ever felt overwhelmed or you're just like, wait, somebody else told me to eat this way, but somebody else told me to eat this and somebody told me to drink this. And why do I have to drink a supplement and all of these things? And so here is what I want to encourage you with. Because in general, I know this page says Keto Mom. I know it. And I also know that in general, I'm really not strict keto. I drink ketones. I'm more low carb, carb conscious, but I don't really coach people on doing the actual ketogenic diet unless they actually want to do that or they do it for medical reasons. But most people can stick to more low carb, carb conscious. And so I want to just tell you, number one, that's hands down. There is a difference between keto and low carb. And very much the difference is this. You can follow lots of different people for keto, track everything, weigh everything, do a very strict, rigorous diet. And most people don't stick with it long term. Or people will say, I don't understand. I've tried paleo and Whole30 and I've done this and I've done that drink and I've done that thing. So all I want you to think about are a couple things to help you in whatever avenue you choose to eat, right? So I've said this before, but in general, sometimes people will say to me, keto is so unhealthy. And I'll say, I don't think you truly understand keto. People have this perceived notion that keto is like bacon and butter and fat bombs, and that's not it. All I want you to do is I want you to think about like veggies and proteins and salad and like avocados and yeah, butter isn't terrible. Olive oil is better. Like what are some good healthy fats, but like proteins and veggies. Like all I want you to think about is, okay, it doesn't matter if I'm telling myself that I'm keto, if I'm telling myself that I'm low carb, maybe I think I'm doing more paleo. Maybe my goal is just to eat healthy. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to just get the sugar out. Easier said than done. But my goal is I'm going to stop snacking on all the sugar and I'm going to not have the sugar in my home. If I'm going to get the sugar out, that appeals to any diet or any lifestyle. Would you agree? Get out the sugar, right? Easier said than done. I tell people I legitimately drink a product every single day. Why? Because for me, I'm going to fix this real quick. For me, I drank ketones 8 years ago and it turned my brain on. It helped me control my appetite. So there are certain things that people are going to suggest to you because they helped them, right? Like there are certain things that I do that have helped me. And so when I suggest it because I think it's a powerful tool. So when I say I drink ketones because I'm not snacking all day. It gives me ketones, so I'm not in ketosis nutritionally because I eat a lot of protein. But it turns my brain on, turns my appetite, puts it down. I'm not snacking all day and I feel incredible. right? So if you can cut out the sugar, great. How long does that take? It depends. If you're just going to do it cold, hard, cut sugar, it could take it's going to take a week to get out of your system. Like, can you have cheat days? Yes. But if you have a cheat day, you have to get back on track. So any diet that you choose to make a lifestyle, you cut out the sugar. Agree? Yes or no? Number 2, the next thing I say is, what are you drinking? So everybody, doesn't matter the diet or the lifestyle that you're following, should be drinking half their body weight in ounces of water across the board. Everybody's going to cut sugar. Should be a common sense. I'm not going to be overwhelmed with this keto thing. I'm going to cut down the sugar and I'm going to drink more water. That means if you're cutting down the sugar, you're not going through you're not going through one of the coffee lines, grabbing all the sugary coffees, and you're getting rid of some of the soda, and you don't need the juice, right? So more water, less sugary drinks. So those are 2 things that go across the board with any diet. It doesn't matter who you're watching. You shouldn't be overwhelmed. Those are things that are common sense that should help you along your day. If you have questions, ask below. I'll send you a message. For example, you said, how many packets of ketones do I drink? The very first year that I drank ketones, I only drank 1 packet a day. I got up in the morning, I ate my eggs and sausage, I drank my ketones around 9 or 10, I felt incredible all day. I get up super early and I do CrossFit, so I do 2 a day. And not every day, but a majority of the times I do 2. If you've never tried ketones, I'll talk about them at the end, but you can post trial in the comments and we can chat. That's my tool, my product that I would share with you. There's products that other people love. That works for me. So we cut sugar, we're drinking more water. And the next thing I want to say is this. Take the word keto out of your verbiage. Take low carb out of your verbiage. And if I were to say, like, do you feel like cutting out things like some pasta, like some excess bread, like really high carby foods would be beneficial for you? I think sometimes we get so trapped in this like keto verbiage or everything having to be so like fall in line with this keto verbiage that we just get so overwhelmed. And I'm like, listen, if your goal is to feel better, lose some fat, and get stronger, then you're going to cut out the sugar as much as you can. You're going to drink your water, be aware of what you're drinking. And then I want you to just be aware of the excess processed carbs. Like, do you need to sit down after dinner to watch a movie and eat a bag of potato chips or a bag of popcorn? No. Do you need to excessively snack on, what are people snacking on in the afternoons? I don't know. A bag of Doritos, that's still sugar. I mean, carbs. Like, do you think that you could handle eating a burger with no bun and instead of having French fries, having a salad or a vegetable? Like, don't think, because oftentimes people go, what you're doing is unhealthy. And I say this, I'm going to give you a different overview. I say, all right, if I were to go back to the old way of eating 8.5 years ago, when we had our 4th daughter, what you're telling me is I used to eat bowls of cereal for breakfast and usually before bed. Macaroni and cheese, chicken nuggets, corn dogs, Debbie snacks, pizza, more pizza, lots of toast, lots of bagels. Like what you're telling me, and then I snacked all the time on cookies, Debbie snacks. So you're telling me, because when people are like, what you're doing isn't healthy, I'm like, listen, I'm about to turn 40 here in about less than 20 days. And I would say I look better today than when I had our last daughter. And I ate a specific way. Now I've switched it and it's not perfect, but it's better. What that looks like is I'm drinking water and not orange juice. I used to drink a lot of strawberry pop and orange juice. I am not eating cereal in the mornings. I'm intermittent fasting or eggs. I'm being mindful about the meals that I'm eating. So I take the bun off the burger, or I'll have the croutons off the salad. I'll have the dressing on the side. I'm just being mindful about protein and veggies and salads. And then the last thing I'm doing is I'm not eating if I'm not hungry. So all across the board, regardless of what diet you're doing, you shouldn't and you don't need to force feed yourself every 2 hours. So if you're overcomplicating this, if you're looking at your sugar intake, the excessive carbs that you're eating, what you're drinking, and eating when you're bored and emotional, those things can fit with any diet. And so I'll tell people, okay, So which one was better? Should I go back to eating what I was 8 years ago, or should I continue to eat the vegetables, proteins, salads, eat when I'm hungry, not when I'm bored, drink more water, drink less soda? What makes more sense? When we get into this diet mode of like, I'm doing keto diet, I can't track it, it's overwhelming, then you just have to stop. Is this making sense? Like, there are a couple steps that you can follow just to get started, and you can choose to get more strict later on down the road. But if you simply make these choices and you make better choices along the way, eating when you're not bored, eating when you're hungry, and even little things like getting more sleep, moving your body, getting your 10,000 steps in. If your goal is just to move, that's a great goal to shoot for. So I just want to help you go like this, right? Because we can get so caught up in watching everybody and gathering all of the information and getting all of the keto books. Like, I get it. Keto recipes are great. Are they for everybody? No. I had somebody ask me today, she goes, can I do keto without having dairy? And I said, you sure can. But all the recipes seem to have dairy. And I'm like, because people like dairy. But if you can't do dairy, proteins and veggies, proteins and salads, use olive oil instead of butter. So all I want you to know is if you have questions, send me a message. If you're overwhelmed, take a breather. You can always go to ketomomsecrets.com. It's my blog. It's our website. You can click on how to get started for some basic food ideas. If you want a foods list, post foods below and I'll give you some breakfast, lunch, dinner ideas. If you need help with your mindset, I'm going to dive into a new book in March. I think I have the new book picked out. I don't know where it is, so I'll talk about it tomorrow. And if you need something to help you, I drink ketones, I drink water, I drink electrolytes, I drink protein shakes. Those are the things that are my tools. Everybody, I know people are like, I don't know what to do. How do I know they work? And I'm like, well, you're right. Some things don't work. If ketones didn't work for me, I wouldn't be drinking them for 8 years. So I like to drink them because it's a packet. It's simple. You put it in some water. I love the science behind it. Legitimately keeps me awake all day. It gives my brain, like ketones are brain fuel, so it turns my brain on. And I'm not snacking all day. So it is my tool of choice, and I can take it during my intermittent fasting. So if you've never tried them, I don't even have one in front of me. If you have never seen me shake them up, like if you want a supplement that is helpful, because let's be real, like if you're diving into cutting back on the sugar and your goal is to eat better, it's always good to have something to help you, and that's what I use. Some of you are drinking pots of coffee. Some of you go through a lot of drive-through lines with sugary coffee. Some of you slam some energy drinks. However you do it, that's up to you. I choose ketones. If you want to know more about it, I will send you some videos. Yeah, post ketones in the comments or post trial in the comments and we can chat. Otherwise, continue to tune into the page. I will always answer your questions. I've been chatting with so many of you today. Today has been a very busy messenger day, and it's been great. And so send me a message, reach out. Ketomomsecrets.com has tons of recipes, how to get started, our book club, trial packs, but I'll send you a message if you post ketones below. Otherwise, I'm here to help. I hope you guys have a great day. Continue to tune into the page. Your presence matters. I love watching all of you comment and seeing your names. Have a great night. I hope that helps you not be overwhelmed. And if you still are a little overwhelmed, send me a message and I will try to help. So have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.